Yo, what is good, NFL fans? Welcome back to Touchdown Kingdom. And this video, I'm going to give you guys my Week 2 NFL predictions. We're coming off a phenomenal weekend of NFL football, and I'm super excited to dive deep into week number 2 because there's so many awesome matchups. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we have a lot of NFL content coming your way all throughout the season. And of course, do not forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And feel free to comment down below some of your score predictions, as I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Before we get into the score predictions, we're going to hear a quick word from the sponsor of Touchdown Kingdom, PrizePicks. Huge shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video here on Touchdown Kingdom. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app that's all about player prop bets. You pick 2 to 5 players, and if they score more or less than their PrizePicks projection, you can win up to 10 times your money on any entry. All first-time users that deposits and use promo code TDKing will receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. If you deposit $100, PrizePicks will give you that $100 back. If you deposit $50, PrizePicks will give you $50. For example, this weekend, I have a big parlay happening. I got more on Aaron Rodgers getting 250 passing yards, more on Miles Sanders getting 47.5 rushing yards, more on Saquon Barkley getting 70.5 rushing yards, A.J. Brown, I got more on 72.5 receiving yards, and Christian McCaffrey, I got more on 55 rushing yards. You put $25 down, you win $250. You put $100 down, you win $1,000. The cool thing about PrizePicks is even if one of your legs is not hit, you still win 2 times your money. So that's why I really love PrizePicks, that they really give you a good opportunity to win good money on their app. So don't forget to use my code TDKing down below in the description and let me know in the comments section if you use my code. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video, and let's get right into my Week 2 NFL predictions. Week 2 kicks off with a great matchup of 2 young stud quarterbacks, Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes. Both of these teams are coming off Week 1 victories and will look to remain undefeated. The Chiefs put on an offensive clinic against the Cardinals, with Mahomes going for 5 touchdowns. It does not look like he's missing Tyreek Hill one bit. The Chargers, they got a huge win in their revenge game against their division rival Las Vegas Raiders. Justin Herbert is proving once again to be a top quarterback in the NFL entering his 3rd season. On primetime football, I'm expecting both Mahomes and Herbert to go off. I'm going to give the advantage to the Chiefs at home in this game, with it being a shootout. I got the final score 38-35 Chiefs. The New England Patriots head to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. The Patriots are coming off a terrible Week 1 loss to their division rival, the Miami Dolphins. Their offense looks bad, and Mac Jones seemed to be dealing with a back injury. Meanwhile, the Steelers pulled off a crazy victory over the Bengals to spoil their home opener, with Minka Fitzpatrick getting a pick 6 and blocking the point after to force overtime. The Steelers are a fun, pesky team this year. The unfortunate news, however, is TJ Watt seemed to have torn his pec, which is not a good sign for the future of their defense. I'm still going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers in their home opener over the Patriots in this game, as I simply do not trust the Patriots offense just yet. I have the Steelers winning 24-10. The Carolina Panthers head to MetLife Stadium for the Giants' home opener. Baker Mayfield could not get his revenge against his former team in the Browns and will look to bounce back on the road. The Giants pulled off the upset of Week 1, defeating the Tennessee Titans on the road. Saquon Barkley seems to be back to his old self. He had 164 yards on the ground with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, which took the lead. Head coach Brian Daboll gets the win in his coaching debut. Now they have to take off a pissed-off team in the Panthers, who will look pretty good last week and just barely lost by a field goal at the end of the game. I'm going to take the Panthers on the road, getting a victory in a close battle, with a final score of 20-17. The New York Jets head to Cleveland to face the Browns in their home opener. The Browns got a huge win on the road and had their star duo of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt lead the way. The Jets' offense struggled big time, with Joe Flacco as their starter as they wait for the return of Zach Wilson. The Jets' defense, however, they looked impressive in the game, and they now have a huge test to try and stop the running back attack of the Cleveland Browns. This is going to be a gritty, hard-fought battle, but I'm going to take the Jets to get back on track in the upset. I think their defense will be the reason why they can pull off this win. We have the Jets winning 17-13. The Indianapolis Colts head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. The Colts had a tie with the Houston Texans. They will look to get back in the win column this week as they take on year 2 quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Running back Jonathan Taylor picked off right where he left off with his usual dominance running the football. Matt Ryan, he threw for 352 yards in his Colts debut, while Trevor Lawrence, he threw for 275. I think this is going to be a close game that goes down to the wire, but we have the Colts getting the road win with the final score of 24-21. The Miami Dolphins head to Baltimore to face the Ravens in their home opener. Both teams are 1-0. The Dolphins took care of business against the Patriots, while the Ravens had an easy win against the struggling Jets offense. Lamar Jackson is betting on himself this season by not signing the contract that the Ravens offered him. I think Lamar is going to put up MVP-type numbers this season and will have a great game in this one. Tua had an okay game versus the Patriots, but I simply do not think he can go toe-to-toe with Lamar Jackson just yet. I have the Ravens winning by a touchdown with the final score of 27-20. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to New Orleans to face the Saints. A big division game early in the season for the two 1-0 squads. The Saints pulled off the comeback last week, as it took a little bit to their offense to click, but when it did, they looked dangerous, with Michael Thomas poised for a big season if he can stay healthy as well. The Buccaneers made it look easy against the struggling Cowboys on the Sunday Night Football. Tom Brady seems like he's ready to dominate once again at age 45, with Julio Jones making a big impact in his Bucs debut. Chris Godwin suffered a hamstring injury in that contest, so he will definitely be out this week. The New Orleans Saints swept the Bucs last season in their two matchups, and I think they'll actually take care of business at home and get the win with the final score of 23-20. The Washington Commanders head to Detroit to face the Lions. Carson Wentz went off in his Commanders debut, putting up 313 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. The Lions kept up with the Eagles last week and almost pulled off a comeback, losing in a high-scoring battle 38-35. The Commanders are loaded at the wide receiver position with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and the impressive rookie of Jahan Dotson. I think the Lions will keep it close all the way until the end, but I see the Commanders getting the win on the road with the final score of 28-24. The Seahawks head to San Francisco to face the 49ers in their home opener. The Seahawks, they pulled off a huge win with Geno Smith leading the way, while 49ers took a bad loss to the Chicago Bears. Geno Smith looks good. A lot of people have been counting out the Seahawks, but they are a well-coached team and pretty talented. Trey Lance did not have his best opener, but I still think he will prove to be the guy for the 49ers. I think the San Francisco 49ers will get back on track in this one with the victory with the final score of 17-14. The Atlanta Falcons head to LA to face the Rams. The Falcons almost pulled off a huge win over the Saints, but of course they allowed them to come all the way back. While the Rams are looking to get back on track after getting beat in the NFL opener last week with the whole world watching, I cannot see the Rams losing back-to-back games to start the season, as they are the defending Super Bowl champions. I'm going to take the Rams to get the job done at home with the final score of 28-17. The Arizona Cardinals head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Cardinals got embarrassed by the Chiefs, allowing Mahomes to do whatever he wanted. Now they have to worry about Davante Adams, who had a tremendous debut for the Raiders. The Raiders had a hard-fought battle with the Chargers and seem to be a very talented team this year under new head coach Josh McDaniels. I think this game is a toss-up, and it's pretty hard to predict. I will take the Raiders at home in this one, with Davante Adams having another big day. We have the Raiders winning 31-21. The Houston Texans head to Denver to face the Broncos. The Texans looked impressive fighting with the Colts, but they did come away with the draw. While the Broncos, they're coming off a heartbreaking loss in Russell Wilson's Bronco debut against his former team in Seattle. This is a must-win game for Denver if they want to compete in their division. I think the Broncos will take care of business with the final score of 27-20. The Cincinnati Bengals head to Dallas to face the Cowboys. The Bengals are coming off a heartbreaking overtime loss to the Steelers. Burrow struggled big time early in that game, throwing 4 total interceptions, but he did get into rhythm and tied the game to force overtime. While the Cowboys got embarrassed on Sunday Night Football and unfortunately have Dak Prescott out with a thumb injury, Cooper Rush will be the starter for now. I do not see the Cowboys being competitive in this game at all. I have the Bengals winning big, 28-10. The Chicago Bears head to Green Bay to face the Packers for Sunday Night Football. The Bears are coming off a huge win, while the Packers looked terrible in the opener. But remember last year's Packers opener? Roger looked bad and they got blown out. Then, the Packers went on to be the first seed in the NFC. so I am not going to be counting out Aaron Rodgers and the Packers just yet. Meanwhile, the Bears, they look like a fun, pesky team this year, but I do not see them winning this battle with a young Justin Fields versus the great Aaron Rodgers. I have the Packers winning on Sunday Night Football with the final score of 31-21. The Titans are headed to Buffalo to face the Bills in their primetime home opener on Monday Night Football. The Titans lost to the Giants in the last second, while the Bills absolutely destroyed the defending Super Bowl champion LA Rams. The Titans always play the Bills hard, but I do not think Buffalo is going to lose this one. The Bills are a powerhouse this year, and Josh Allen is looking to secure his first MVP award. I have the Bills winning 31-25. The final game of Week 2 is a good one. Two teams coming off big wins in the opener. The Eagles look great, but allowed the Lions to be in that game, giving up 35 total points, while the Vikings look really good under new head coach Kevin O'Connell. It is going to be fun to watch both Justin Jefferson and A.J. Brown in this primetime matchup. I'm actually going to give the win to the Vikings on the road. I really like Kevin O'Connell, and I feel like their team is very underrated. We have Minnesota making a big-time statement on the road on primetime football with the final score of 24-21. That does it for Touchdown Kingdom's Week 2 NFL predictions. Please feel free to comment down below some of your picks for week number 2 and like the video if you guys enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss a video here on Touchdown Kingdom. It feels so good that football is back, and I'll catch you guys next week. Have a great day. Peace out.